we're going to talk a little bit about Windows. Hey, and I use both Linux and Windows. I have plenty of videos explaining why I use both. So don't yell at me, oh, why are you using Windows when you're a Linux user? There are things Linux can't do that I need Linux to do, so I have to use Windows for those things. It's just how life is. I'm going to talk about a myth that a lot of people out there are throwing out there, and I'm not going to show you any, test and shit like that, because it's a little bit hard to test when I'm recording on the only computer that I have. But that is that Windows is slowing down over time. I don't know with you guys, I've not experienced that, okay? So first, some background. I'm recording on Windows right now. The hard drive or the Windows install that I'm recording from has never been reinstalled since 2015. I have changed hardware, motherboards, graphic cards, CPUs multiple times. I am now running Windows 11. You're like, well, Windows 11 wasn't out in 2015. You're correct, John Paduan. It started out as a Windows 10 machine. A Windows 10 machine. I installed Windows 10 on probably I think it was my first SSD I ever had. The one I'm using right now. I installed Windows 10 on that. Installed it, but late 2015, I installed Windows 10 and I kept it and I dual booted with Linux until Windows 10 kind of became mature enough. I have never had to reinstall Windows. It never slowed down. I have had Windows running, Windows 10 in this case, because I haven't done that with Windows 11 yet. At some point, I looked at how long my Windows machine had been up, because I never reboot my PC. It stays up all the time. I only reboot when there is an update or a program tells me to because of an update, or else it's running 24/7. Why? Because my computer is also my television, it's also my radio. I do everything with my computer. I don't have a TV, I don't have any external entertainment systems other than a tablet, and my phone that are connected to Google Nest. But I use my computer for everything. I live in a one-room apartment, so I use it for everything. So it's on 24/7. And I've been running my computer for months. Without it slowing down. I game on it and I do videos on it. How do I know that it has not slowed down in the Windows 10 area? I had the same FPS on game. It didn't take longer to render my videos. It was the same. Fast forward to when Windows 11 came out, I had the hardware requirement to run Windows 11. No problem. I just upgraded from Windows 10 to 11. No slowdown, no problems whatsoever. I have run Windows 11 ever since it came out. No problem. Right now, when I'm recording this video, my system has been up for 3 days and 18 hours. Typically, I reboot once a month. Typically. Depending on when Microsoft is throwing out updates. I reboot after a Microsoft update for Windows. But typically, it's like about a month. 20 days, about a month. I update. And again, I render all my videos. All the videos not all, as some of them have been done under Linux. But 99 or 98% of the videos you see on my channel have all been rendered on Windows. I will guess that 80% of those videos have been rendered on Windows, where it has been up for almost a month. At least over 14 days. Sometimes light, sometimes heavy gaming. Rendering, running virtual machines all the fucking time. I run virtual machines all the time on Windows. That's where I get my Linux fix. I run virtual machines daily under Windows. No fucking problem. I don't know what people do that experience this with Windows over time. I have theories. I don't know if this is the truth. Sometimes I think it's because they don't know how to run Windows. They think they do, but they don't. They don't do maintenance to Windows. You have to do your disk cleaning, you have to do your malware checks, you have to do your virus checks, you have to do your registry cleaning once in a while and stuff like that. That's just what I do. I don't know if that helps me or not. I just do it like every week. I do like a little cleaning session. It takes like 30 minutes. I do 2 disk cleans with 2 different programs, the one from Microsoft and one third party. I do a registry clean. And I do a malware byte scan, and I have an antivirus that runs every day at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm just using a free antivirus scanner. You don't need anything more. Never had a virus since 2015. Actually, I don't think I have had a virus on my computer since 2008 or 7 or something like that. I'm not spending a lot of time messing around with Windows. I have not taken away... Well, I took down the telemetry and data collection as much as I could with Windows' own tool. I don't run any third-party scripts for Windows. I don't do anything with Windows other than what you can do in the control center. I don't mess with the registry in Windows. I don't use, like I said, scripts to harden Windows or make it less telemetry this or less data collection that. I just leave it as it is. And then I do my maintenance routine once every week to 2 weeks. Have no problems. No problem. I'm like, no problems at all. Like, I'm amazed. Like, Windows 10 for me was like, wow, something is happening here. You know, it's the first Windows system I've been able to run for this long without having to reinstall it, mess with it, you know, keep not up to date, but keep making sure that everything worked the way it should, you know, check things and go into configuration stuff to see if it fucks stuff up. I just leave it be, and I do my weekly or bi-weekly cleaning, maintenance. That's it. All the rest of the problems I had with Windows have always been bad programs, bad drivers, you know, not optimized, not maintained, not coded well, too old, and all of that shit. Just like with Linux. Most of the problem I have with Linux is not Linux itself. It's badly maintained, badly coded third-party programs. I have had a just as good experience running Windows 10 and 11 as I have done Linux. So I kind of have a problem when people are telling everyone that Windows is getting slow with years, that Windows is getting, you know, if you don't reboot Windows every day, you can't run it anymore. It drags down and stuff like that. I don't know what you guys and girls are doing to Windows. I have no idea. I can just say from my experience doing minimum work, like I spent more time maintaining Arch, Tumbleweed, and Manjaro to keep them not fucking up than I do with my Windows install. Not saying that they are bad, you know, Linux is bad. I'm just saying that's the difference from me running Windows versus running distributions like Tumbleweed, Arch, and other, you know, not all the distributions, but mostly Arch and Tumbleweed because they're so aggressively updating. You know, you get manual interventions and, you know, have to do like the cache cleanup so don't eat up your hard drive and stuff like that. Not big problems, not breaking problems, not something I couldn't live with, but I am spending more time making sure that they run correctly than I do with Windows. I hope you can kind of understand when I hear these people saying all of these stories. I'm like, I'm 1000% sure you have experienced that, but I kind of want to know why. Because here's the thing, there is almost always a reason for an outcome, for something happening. And if you're only talking about the symptom and not the cause, we are not getting the right picture here. If the symptom is that Windows is getting slow with time, what is the cause? You can't just sit down and say, oh, it's because Windows is bad. You have to figure out why is it. Is it really because Windows is done badly? Or is it because I installed this alternatively acquired program or game? Or is it because I install a shit ton of stuff that I don't use and is running in the back end I haven't disabled the services to? And stuff like that. What are the reasons why Windows is getting slowed down? Just like with Linux. Every time I have a problem with Linux, I don't just say, oh, it's because Linux is bad. I go, what? Okay, Linux have a symptom right now. It didn't have it before. Why do we have this symptom? Or why do I have this symptom? Or why do I have this problem with Linux? So I try to see if I can debug why is Linux acting up. And a lot of times, both with Linux and Windows, it's either something you did you should not have been doing or messed with that you don't understand, or it's, like I said, programs, drivers, you know, third-party applications not being done right. See you all later. Bye-bye.